Everybody, thank you for tuning in today. I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Warfel's Morphs. Today with us, we have Melinda from Cuddle Time Critters. So everybody give her a nice warm welcome and round of applause. She gets to be my first victim, and hopefully I don't screw this up too bad tonight. And hopefully we don't have any more internet crashes because I don't have two here to help save the day. So just going to give a couple shout outs here quick, Melinda. What's up, Justin from My Animal House? How's it going, Rob? What's up, Phil? Thanks for coming in, guys. Greatly appreciate it. And basically, we're just going to – I have a couple questions – or I shouldn't say a couple. I have a list of questions here to go down through and everything. Hopefully, we get a couple more people coming. There we go. There's Acadia. What's up, buddy? We'll go through some questions, get everybody to know you, Melinda, and just kind of – go from there. If anybody in the audience has any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to try to get better this time with going through and clicking on things. And actually, I'm going to give it a shot here once. There we go. Okay, see, I know how to do this. It's a learning experience.
I bet.
All right, so let's see what we can get done here. Hopefully, okay. Haha, there we go. All right. Melinda, tell us about yourself, how you got into the hobby, where you started, all that fun stuff.
Okay, I'll start back in 2019. I recently got married, and my husband, we would go into Petco and whatnot a lot of times. And first of all, before we got married, my son found a box turtle in the yard.
Oh, okay.
So then my husband was asking about snakes and whatnot. And next thing I know, I told him no snakes whatsoever. None. And then I turned around and he got a leopard gecko. I said, that's fine. So he kept on telling me, well, ball pythons are very tame and they're a nice pet and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I was definitely, I was raised in, my childhood was very complicated. I was adopted. Then I was with my aunt, and she had ferrets, and those things stunk.
Yeah, so, they do have a slight odor.
And so I had them growing up as probably 15 or 16, and then we got married in April of 2019. Okay. So I started doing my research. I didn't realize this big community was out there. I had no idea until I started doing my research how these ball pythons were and whatnot. And he wanted a pied back in the 90s. That's what he wanted. So I found him a pied.
Pieds were kind of expensive back then as well, too. Yep. I do recall.
Yeah, they were about $25,000 back then, and that was his dream snake. Well, I found him a, believe it or not, yellow belly pied at Petco for $225. Didn't know it was yellow belly until we bred it, and we actually got his offspring, and I believe it is yellow belly. And he actually he was the dame of the, what is it, the pastel yellow belly het pied female. And I just posted on Instagram a huge ass. She looked really uncomfortable. This is the biggest ovulation I ever seen. I have it on my Instagram, and it was huge. I'm like, what the hell? And I had other clutches before that one. I had 3 clutches this last year, and they didn't get that big. Or maybe I missed it or something, but she's a first-time mom. And if I figure right, she'll probably lay around February 27th if it goes by the 45 days of ovulation. So basically, going back to your question, my very first ball python was bought, my personal ball python was bought by me at a reptile show November of 2019.
Okay, so you're fairly new then to the whole hobby and aspect of everything then as well.
Yes, I am, and I'm enjoying it. And sometimes my husband says I enjoy more down here than upstairs. He's playing video games and watches the TV shows I can't stand to watch. Why am I going to be up there?
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I'm up there, I'm on YouTube and have my headphones on anyway.
No, I hear you on that one. I know, like, I have a nice man cave upstairs, and I used to love being up there. And after I got the snake room built down here, it's kind of, I spend less and less time up there. And I just come down here. I mean, granted, I'm doing stuff productive while I'm down here.
Yeah.
But it just seems like I spend more time here now than I do up there. So it's kind of a, like, do I really need the man cave now, or do I just need to figure out a way to put all my collectibles on the walls, like make this room double the size and have some collectibles on some of the area and have the snakes, still around in it. So I'm still trying to figure that one out, how to balance that out.
But that's how I get started. I was definitely scared of snakes. That's why I said no snakes.
Okay. Well,
so I ended up doing the research and whatnot, and here we are.
I know my wife was scared to death of snakes. She told me no snakes whatsoever. And here I am breeding, and she does. I don't want to say she absolutely loves them, but she does like coming down, taking a look, checking them out. She likes to see how they're progressing, how they're growing, how they've changed, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. What genes are you working with? Like your main genes that you really.
You mean recessives?
No. Just your incomplete dominance. Your recessives we'll get to here in a little bit.
Well, I have a lot of pastel in which I'm trying to weed some of that out. I have a chocolate Mojave that I really like.
Okay.
That I'm putting in. See, I try to focus all of my genes. What is going to look good in my recessives? Because recessives is the key to get a little bit further than besides paying for your hobby, whatever you're doing here or whatever. I know recessives is going to help me to keep going.
Yeah.
So I do have a lot of it is pastel, but I'm trying to limit my pastel.
Oh, okay.
And I have a special that I really like. She's actually one of my newest ones. See, my chocolate Mojave, I got him when he was, his name is Mike and Molly now.
Okay.
Bought him as a female, which he's not a female. So I just started wanting to plug him into the recessives that I'm growing up, and the recessives that I'm currently working on is I have hypo, I have pied, I have clown, and I have one lavender. She's not growing as fast as I would like, but she'll get there.
A little bit of a finicky eater.
She just had an infection in her mouth. I believe it was mouth rot. Oh. And I got her on paper towels now. Well, not paper towels. It's like kind of like shipping paper. This is what I have on the backside.
Yeah, my friend uses something very similar to that for his boas.
She's doing better. And which
let me
I basically I called to get the vet to come in. And where you going, lady?
Hold on here. I'm having some all right, let's see.
But basically, I would open her mouth up. Take a Q-tip with iodine and diluted iodine, and tried to get the infection out of her mouth. And the other day, I opened up her mouth and I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
So I offered her African soft fur because she hasn't been eating. So I wanted to get more protein in her.
Yeah.
And she ate it just yesterday, so I'm not going to have her out that long.
Oh, okay. She's very beautiful. She does look like she's made a decent recovery then, especially if she's
Yeah.
watching food now. So I'd say she's doing pretty good. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
looks like she's going and shed again. She just shed, but since she was having issues with her mouth, she wasn't wanting to eat. But I was trying to clear that up before I do have another snake that's upstairs. I can't get him to eat worth nothing. And I still got them both a doctor's appointment on the same day, so I'm going to take them both in just to have him to check her out and maybe do some testing on him, see
Oh,
what we
okay.
need to do because I can't get him to eat anything. The other night I had a rat pup. I put him in a rat pup in like a snake bag
Mm-hmm.
and had him in his enclosure without the water bowl or anything in there. I untied the bag the next morning, kept him in overnight. The rat pup was still there.
Did you try the vanilla extract trick that Billy always talks about?
Yeah, but he's not a hatchling, and I tried it and it didn't work. So
Oh, okay. See, some people have success doing with using that method. I've tried it with a couple of
I
hatchlings, and
I haven't.
hasn't worked for me yet. So,
See, after my second clutch was very. My hands shake a lot, so it's really hard for me to assist feed because
mm-hmm.
I shake so much. And so I was just trying to offer anything and everything. And they eventually are starting to take pups, but the swans still, they've eaten on their own, but they're not being consistent.
I say I've got two or no three. I have three that are basically the same way. They'll take 1 week, and you think, all right, we're on track because they just slam it, and then the next week they don't want anything to really do with it. They could care less, and then the next feeding, then it's like they're back on track again. It's like they're off and on the whole stinking
I
time.
figured out my first and third clutch. My first clutch was a pewter to my normal.
Okay.
And your best bet is to try a rat pup right off the bat. A rat fuzzy, something
Mm-hmm.
that moves around, but it's not going to move around a whole lot. But if you can get them to at least take a rat pup and keep on going with the rat pups, because my very first clutch was hatched in April or June. I think she had them in April and they were cut in June.
Oh, okay.
And I have a cinnamon girl. She's only refused once since she's been hatched out, and I started them directly on rat pups.
Okay. I know, like for me, I had some that like right off the start. I mean, they were slamming frozen thawed. It was really nice. And then there were a couple where I had to do like the first 3 meals with live, and then they switched over no problem. And I've just had a handful. I have one that this past week was actually the first week that it actually ate by itself, and that was from Clutch 4, and they hatched out like beginning of October. So I've been assist feeding this thing all this time up until now, trying to get it to go. And I've offered it mouse hoppers, I've offered it, rat pups, and it finally took a mouse hopper this week. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
That second clutch made me to think I need at least a couple colonies of mice
mm-hmm.
just so I have the hoppers on hand. Those mice grow into bigger mice really, really fast. See, I have some customers come to me and says, "You got any pinkies?" And I'll look. Since I only got 2 colonies, I might have them and I might not. They might be
Yeah.
already fuzzies. It's like if they're pinkies one day, you better get them while they're pinkies as soon as they're born. Otherwise, they're already fuzzies within a couple days.
Yeah, get them while they're hot, basically.
Yeah.
All right, let me go do a couple of shout outs here to people I just popped in. What's up, Bosa Balls? Thanks for tuning in. Moon over Miami, thank you for coming through and checking it out tonight. I think those are the only new ones that popped in. Yeah, those are the only new ones that popped in since.
And don't forget to smash that like button, as my Animal House said in the beginning.
Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Like Gershon always says, YouTube likes you hitting that like button, and I like that YouTube likes you hitting that like button. So taking after Gershon just for this once. Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
But it is so true. I mean, I've noticed I was on this really consistent growth spree here, and I was a part of one live. Like I was just tuning into it. I've like probably about 8 subs of that in one night. And then the next day, I like all those people that subbed must have just been trying to sub just for me to sub back to them. Because the next day I lost 8 subs. So it's just kind of like I gained 8, but then I lost 8. But then in the algorithm, when you look at the graph, it shows you then at a negative for that day. And it really throws the clinks. Like ever since then, it's like I've had it happen to me twice, and I think it's just really screwed with my YouTube algorithm, and it's just been like
a lot of people go and subscribe, and then once you subscribe to them, they drop you off.
Yeah,
I don't have time to figure out who dropped me off. Like on Instagram, I'll sub to you. If you unsubscribe, that's all on you. I don't have time to look for people who's not subscribed to me and to unsubscribe to them.
Yeah. No,
if I run out of room, I'll go through them. And so far, I'm pretty much even on Instagram. I think I looked at it today. I'm like at 1,056 on the, or 58 on the followers, but I subscribed to 1,350. So I have like 200 and some odd people that just dropped me off.
See, I hate the game of it all. Like Instagram isn't as bad, I don't think, as like what YouTube is. So it just kind of, I don't know. I don't get it. Like if you're gonna subscribe, like I don't understand subscribing to somebody just to
unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe, yeah. If you're gonna subscribe to them, I think it's more work to go back and find that channel and unsubscribe than it is just to stay on it. And especially if you're trying to support others in the community, it's like it's kind of like a double standard, I guess, type of deal. It's just not cool.
Yeah, a little childish if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. In all honesty.
Yeah.
All right. So along with the jeans thing, what's your favorite recessive? It could be that you're working with, or it can be one that you aren't working with. But what's one like your absolute favorite recessive out there?
I have it, but I don't have it. I have it in het form, and it's a DG. I want to get DG, which I don't know if I can show you, but I have. How can I turn this camera around without losing you?
That I don't know.
Okay, I'm trying something, so if I lose you,
it's all good. It's what happens with the live.
I was trying to figure out how. Okay, maybe I could just look at it. I got these two. They're currently locked now. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see them.
That is a Inchy Mojave and an Inchy Fire het DG. Both het, so it's a het to het. I'm hoping to get at least a male visual.
Oh, okay.
Or even a female. I don't care.
So I think on that one, I'd rather. I don't know. You go. What genes are in the female in that pairing?
Inchy Fire.
Inchy Fire.
Yes.
Oh man, I was gonna say.
I'm after a super Inchy Fire Mojave visual. Okay. That's the most I can get. But the main recessives that I'm working on now is clown.
Mm-hmm.
I got hypo and I've got pied.
Oh, okay.
So
Now, do you have any double recessives, or is everything just a
no,
single?
My rats are messing with me. But anyways, no, I'm working that way. My very first season was 2021.
Okay, that was my first season as well, so I'm right there with you.
I paired my normal to my pewter. Then I paired my pastel hypo to my pied.
Okay.
And I got double hats off of them. Them were the ones that aren't eating as well. And then I paired my hypo to my pastel spot nose clown.
Oh, okay. That's
and
nice
I got a 2.2 on those. And I'm probably going to keep 1.2.
Okay.
There was 6 eggs, but I lost 2 with in incubation. Like, they were all formed and everything. It's just they didn't come out of the egg.
Now, do you like? Well, on top, since you're saying about that, do you guys cut, or do you guys just let them naturally pip?
The first one pip. I cut the other 2.
Okay.
At 55 days, and I think some of the reason why the third clutch, the 2, I generally put the eggs right in the substrate, and I think I got it too wet. I try to fix it. I got the easy hatch, not the easy hatch, dragon hatch trays
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of that. So I kept them in the same tub, but I moved them onto the hatch right trays.
Oh, okay.
I think they got too much water on those because when I cut them, it looked real milky inside, like it had milk into the albumin or whatever.
Yeah, the albumin.
So,
yeah, however you say that.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Plus, my incubator went down to 70 degrees for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. That's
so I'll show you one of the holdbacks that I'm keeping out of that. Oh, she's hiding.
All right, while you do that, what's up, Tony? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Greatly appreciate you tuning in. And yes, Tony, DG does equal Desert Ghost.
Where am I at?
There you go. Hold on 1 second. My wife just brought my daughter down to say good night. Night, baby. Dada loves you. Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, you see snakes. Yes, you love the snakes, don't you? All right. Dada loves you. Go see peace for mama. All right, sorry about that.
You're good.
No, that's a beautiful
This is the female. This is the female spot nose pastel. And this one's het for hypo and clown.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's actually, she's a nice little powerhouse then.
Yeah, she is. I'm thinking about selling the male just like this one.
Okay.
She's more interested on what's up.
She's looking around.
Yeah.
No, that's a beautiful female there. I know,
yeah.
This past season, I went for double hets, Clown Exantic, and then I did have one het DG clutch, and that was our pewter leopard paired to my DG male. And now this season,
I get into...
Oh, go ahead, son. No, you're good. Go ahead.
If I get into the Exantic, I want MJ.
Oh, okay. You want to go with the MJ stuff? See, I love the TSK stuff. Just to me, it seems like it holds it. I think personally, anyway, the TSK stuff doesn't brown out as much as quick. But
yeah,
you have good and bad on either, like you have your good examples and you have your bad examples, no matter how you look at it. It's just one of those things where you can have a good expression of OD, or you can have a terrible expression of the OD. It's just
I've got one of those. I got a good OD and I got a bad OD.
Okay.
But the bad OD, she is only possible for Pied and Clown. That's the only reason I picked her up.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a gamble snake.
Yeah, I was in the beginning, but it's still a she. I lucked out it was a she because it was so much in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And she is about 1,000 grams now.
Oh, okay. So she'll be ready to go by next season, no problem, as long as she doesn't stand that.
Maybe even this season, later in the year. I do not know. I haven't ultrasounded her. See, the thing is, I generally do what my ultrasound tells me if they're ready or not.
Okay.
So I have this. What's that say? Oh my.
But anyway, go on.
But anyways, I'll show you my good OD.
All right.
And the OD that I was talking about, that's a double het, possible double het. She is Blade and OD.
Oh, okay. Oh, good grief. She's a decent sized girl, too.
This one is OD. This is my good OD. She's OD lesser in fire.
Oh, okay. And she's beautiful. You can definitely tell that there's OD in that.
And this was my raffle snake. I paid $20 for her.
Well, hell, you can't beat that. Good grief. No. See, I don't have that kind of luck. The best luck I've had.
This was the only one I ever joined, and I actually won. I said I'm quitting there.
The last thing I won, I actually hopped onto My Animal Houses live a couple weeks ago, and hopped in right before they did their little drawing thing for a T-shirt, and somehow I ended up winning. And it's just like, wow, that never wins anything. It's my first time in the live, and I managed to win something. It was just, I mean, it's not a snake, but hey, I'll take a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
But no,
where you going, girl?
Like this year, I have. Let's see, I'm pairing my Bumblebee Clown to my Pastel Banana, so we're going for Het Clowns on that one. My Desert Ghost is getting paired to my Killer Bee, because that's all in the works of getting prepared to do like Desert Ghost Zebra Bees down the line here. And then I originally was pairing my Leopard Lesser Spot-Nose male to my Exantic girl, my big Exantic girl. But after talking with a couple of people the other night, because I've been toying with the idea that I should probably think ahead and just do my Desert Ghost to my Exantic, since it's going to take 2 years for the hatchling, for any females to get up to size.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to have basically, let's face it, it's going to be a very boring clutch cutting because it's going to be nothing but normals. I mean, that's all it's going to be is just
that
normal.
Was my 2 clutches.
Just everything was just normal, but it's the fact that the recesses were there. I mean, they're powerhouses. It's just visually right now, it's just like,
Like my second clutch, they looked all normal, but one had pastel.
Oh, okay. And see there, Phil is one of the people I do believe that was in that live where I was debating about it. And I had my son today. We filmed two different episodes, and one was going over my Exantic project, and it's going to be a slight spoiler, but I have decided that the next pairing, the DG, is going in with the Exantic girl, and I figure even down the line, even like those, they're going to be normals now. When I pair them back to each other, at least I'll be hopefully hitting some DG Exantics off the bat. So it's just like I'm gonna make a go with it, and we're gonna see where it takes us.
Yeah, I like to. I have a pastel yellow belly,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a snake on hold right now with Ryan Thomas. I don't know if you know him. He's in my area.
Okay.
His superior scales reptiles.
It's
Uh,
kind of like it all. I almost think I might have seen the name somewhere, probably on Morph
and
Market or something. But
I've
I
gotten
wouldn't
like
say I.
4 snakes off of him. And
Okay.
this one is a black pastel asphalt, guaranteed
Oh,
asphalt.
so you can't go wrong with
So,
asphalt. You cannot go wrong with that.
and so that is a plan for not this year, but the following year,
Okay.
2023.
I
So it was
know.
a male, but I'm like, I got like 3 females that I can throw him to.
Oh, okay. I know. I told Snakes for the Memories, Jeremy and Holly. I don't. They haven't made an appearance yet on here. I don't think. But
I
I
think they
did.
just went live.
Oh, did they just go live?
I think
Or
so.
on
I
Insta?
thought
On Instagram maybe.
I don't know.
Uh, um,
A lot of
but
the
I
podcasts and stuff I have to watch afterwards because when I'm at work, I can listen to them. But when I'm here at the house, or it's in the evening time,
mm-hmm.
I'm usually taking care of my animals.
Yeah. Well, I know they have a. They just posted an awesome. I think it was a super asphalt. It was super asphalt something, and the thing
Oh
was, I
wow!
think it was super. I can't remember what it was. Like super pastel or pastel super asphalt enchi maybe something like that. Anyway, this thing
Yeah.
was fantastic looking, and I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, when that thing, when you put that to use, and you get, I just want an asphalt female." And it's like it can have pastel. It can. I just want one female from that guy because I have a Puma male that I got to get put to use, and I want to go for
Hmm.
some freeways.
Yeah, I'll have. He will be bred to my pastel yellow belly het pied, and he'll see my. I think she's super pastel yellow belly.
Oh, okay.
She was a Craigslist pickup, so I'm not sure exactly what she is. Yeah, I need some pastel het DGs or DGs. I don't care which.
Well, I know I'll if this one male I have ever gets his act together, I'll have a. He's a leopard cine uh, het DG male. Beautiful. He's beautiful. Say he just will not get his act together with eating. He's the one that actually just finally ate his first mouse hopper this week. See,
Yeah.
like he's the last one I have for sale, but I haven't officially put him up for sale yet, just because he's been so finicky. So hopefully he gets his act together so I can actually put him up and have be rid of all my hatchlings from last season. Right now he's the only one that isn't sold. I have one more that's here that I'm waiting to ship out. But
Yeah, I'm trying I could probably put some on Morph Market, but the thing is I'm a little leery about shipping
uh,
right now.
oh yeah, I
So
wouldn't
I've
ship
been
him.
trying to get myself out there. I've been attending the Blue Springs, Missouri reptile show. Snakes, was it Show Me Snakes
Oh, okay.
show? So I've been trying to get myself out there with that. And hey, ball python love.
Hey, what's up, all Python love? So what's up,
I see
DG?
you found us. What's that?
Said what's up, the DG reptiles? I'm trying to see if I think I did say hi to Tony already. I think that's all the new ones that popped in so far. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. But anyway, let's see here. Still getting used to having to run all the. Let's see, we did the
Questions down.
yeah. Let's see. What out of all the genes that we had to pick from in this whole amazing hobby, what's your favorite incomplete dominant?
Should you ask me what's not my favorite?
Okay,
I'll give you 3 off the top of my head.
This one you have to pick one. It could be one you have or don't have, but one incomplete dom that just to you stands out above all the others that you think should be in every combination.
Can I pick a light one and a dark one?
Sure, we'll go with that. Let's do that.
Leopard would be my dark one.
I completely agree with that one. Leopard's right there. Yeah.
And DG. I mean, not DG. Yeah, DG. Orange Dream.
OD.
OD.
I agree. All those, I would completely agree with the Leopard. OD. I'm trying to I found a new love and I don't have it, but I want to get into it, and it's acid. And before,
I do
my
too.
buddy Tony gets on me, Tony, it's not the acid you think I'm probably talking about. But no, I mean, I saw some acid combos, and it is amazing looking at some combos. It blew my mind away. I saw, what was it? I think it was an acid leopard spider. I don't remember if it's an acid leopard bumblebee or if it's just an acid leopard spider. But this thing legit looked like it looked like what you would think the leopard gene should look like, as it's it almost looked monsoon, put it that way. It was nuts. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, I think I need to have this, because I started looking at other combos. It's like, wow. I mean, it just blew my mind with what that gene does. And I looked at the price tags. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's fairly, I think it's fairly new anyway. It does something, there's a lot of people working with it, but that acid gene, that does some really tricky, wacky stuff.
Yeah, I know. What is it? Josh from Ball Python Shed.
Okay.
I believe he's the founder of the acid.
Oh, okay.
And he's semi-local to me. He's out of Fort Scott, Kansas, so it's not too far.
Okay.
From me, so he's been talking to me about getting into the acid and take 5 normal females and take that acid melt to every single one of them.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of.
And I could pay off my new car.
I say acid. I was impressed I assume it's an incomplete dominant. I'm not entirely sure.
It is.
Because I've loved to see what a super acid looks like. But I mean, that thing, I would love to see that in Exantic. I just have visions of what that gene would look like in Exantic and Desert Ghost all mixed, and I just think that would just be like the light shining down and it just glisten.
Yeah, I really like Inchy too, and I actually have 2 Inchies, and the locked up pair that I showed you earlier.
Yeah,
I actually paired him to my regular normal female, in which those will only be 50% DGs.
Oh, okay.
But to me, it was just to get more DGs, or at least possible DGs.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you on that one. I know,
because I need more of them, and they just cost so much, and the females are hard to find. So why not make my females?
They are. I have 1 DG. I actually just picked that up this year, or I guess technically this past year. It was the Enchi Clown. I actually did an unboxing video of it, even though I got it at a show. But
here you go.
I saw that thing, and I was just like, oh man, it's like that just looked too good to pass up for the price. And I got it from the guy that breeds my rats, and it's just like, I just end up dropping the hammer on it.
This one's in shed because I've been feeding her well.
Oh, okay.
She's a inchy possible fire. She's quite a bit dark right now because she's in shed.
Yeah, so she's in blue. You can tell out of the. See, let me see. Hopefully, I don't get bit trying to pull her out. Right.
Hi, Mama.
Let's see.
How you doing?
Here's the inchy girl. See, I gotta figure out my camera too.
Yeah. See,
I gotta say, I always like pastel and stuff, but
she's
for,
pink.
For not being in pastel, I mean, she just is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, she just came downstairs. She was in quarantine. I kind of short her quarantine, but she was up there for 52 days.
Oh, okay.
Her and her, I got two of them, which my lesser clown, which I got it from Steve's Morphs.
Okay.
I couldn't just stop at one, so I got two from him.
So I think Adam from Proper Royals just got something from Steve as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got two triple hats.
Yeah. But I got this one, and I'll show you the other one, which I'm still looking for a yellow belly clown, female, but they're a little pricey.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, these were kind of expensive too. And here's my other girl. I know. Where you going?
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's wanting to be afraid, but she's wanting to run at the same time. It's okay, mamas. And yes, both of these are female, so it's going to be a minute before you see these on eggs.
And you'll see them on eggs before you know it. That's like, I still look back. I can't believe that the girls I started off with are at the point where they're, they've already had a clutch. It's kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, like I said, after I bought that one that thought it was a female and it was a male, I decided at that point, once I got kind of screwed on that one,
yeah,
I'm starting to buy mine as hatchlings, and I'm getting better at popping, so I can pop them as soon as they come in.
Yep.
And the smaller ones are easier to pop.
They are.
For me, they're easier to pop because they don't have the real strength yet.
Yep. I can pop hatchlings, and I feel completely confident with what I'm telling people that they are. After they've gotten a little bit of size to them, for whatever reason, I mean, I do the same technique, and one day I can get.
They just have more muscles back there once they start growing good.
It's like one day I can pop one snake, and I can go back a week or two later and just do it again, and I won't be able to get it to pop. And it's just like, I don't know what the ordeal is. Like some of my adult males, I can get them to pop real quick, and then another time, it's just like a hit and miss with me on that. I think that's where I am going to have to invest in getting a probe kit. That's just where I just need to go and just to double check, be sure, make sure everything's good to go. All right, let's see here. Benjamin, thanks for tuning in, brother. Now, what's that one?
This is a cinnamon.
Oh, okay.
That's straight cinnamon.
The way the camera and the light was hitting, it almost looked like it was something more than just a cinny.
No, this is the girl that was from my very first clutch. She was hatched in June, and look at the size on her.
Let's see, she's getting.
See if I can stretch her out a little bit.
Now, are you feeding once a week?
Yes. On these, I feed once a week,
Okay.
until it's time to leave the FB10 tubs. Once they leave the FB10 tubs, it's every 2 weeks.
Okay. See, I know you're on Billy's Patreon, same as me. I
Yeah.
think we're actually on the same tier. We talked about that the other day. But
Yeah.
I've kind of adopted Billy's method of after they get to like, for me, once they hit like roughly 200, 250 grams, I stop feeding them once a week, and I've switched to once every other week. And I haven't noticed like I'm getting less, like they're not going to the bathroom as much, which is nice.
Yeah.
But it's like what I don't know if you watched that special with Dr. Warren Booth, like with what
Yeah.
he talked about on how it's allowing them actually to use up everything that they've taken in.
Yeah.
And it also seems like come the next feeding, not that some of my hatchlings were on point. They wanted fed every day if you probably would have gave it to them. But it seems like they're more on key to, they don't waste any time snatching up the food. And same with my adults. I'm feeding them every other week.
Mm-hmm. She's in that center one, the top row center.
All right, DG reptiles. No, you can't make a super DG. DG is actually a recessive.
Yeah.
One copy of DG, you don't visually see it. You technically kind of do. Let me see.
You want to grab your girl?
Here, this is a normal het DG, and it's a normal girl, but her colors are actually slightly amplified just because of her only having one copy of the DG gene. It's when you get the second copy of it that you actually get the visual desert ghost then.
Yeah, I notice my girl when she goes in the shed, she gets really, really dark, but when she's not in shed, she's lighter than she should be, which I showed that towards the beginning of the live. They're actually locked right now, so I'm not pulling her out, but she is really light, but she does have the fire in her.
Mm-hmm.
He has the Mojave with the Inchy. It doesn't get as light as the fire unless the fire is actually intensifying it. So see, when I first picked her up, I only paid like $550 for her.
Oh, okay.
And DG's back then, they were in the community, but not as much as they are now. So there are more people starting to breed them and bring more of them out, and they're getting different genes in them and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I feel that's the reason the price has went up so much, but there are more people getting into it, and it is a hotter, but it's staying hot for the prices because everybody does want to get into it.
Yep. Well,
I know that's my philosophy.
Like let me pull out my male DG quick. Like for anybody, I'm sure just about everybody's seen a normal DG, but I mean, that is just a plain old desert ghost. I mean, and he's that bright. And I actually got him right like before the craze all happened and before Justin started talking about it. And I think I paid like $250 for him at the time. And I thought that was basically a steal for what this gene does. So I was glad that I got him when I did, because now, I mean, I haven't looked on Morph Market for a visual male, of course, but I would imagine that
they can range from $500 to $1,200.
Oh, okay.
The better looking ones are probably closer to the $1,000 mark.
Okay.
Because I've been looking, it's just I'm hoping this clutch. If she gives me the clutch, I'm hoping I will get a visual. If not, I'll probably be buying a visual for next year.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I just love this dude. And I thought the colors would have changed a little bit on him, but he's kept his colors. I mean, he's like I don't even know. It was like a beigey khaki, like a bright khaki color, the whole way across, like the whole body of him.
Yeah.
He's just impressed me with how he's grown and matured. Hey, Mila, what's up?
The reason I'm wanting a male is because I have a few females that I could breed the following year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just, I really like it. And if I don't get something this year, I will go out and get a pastel male.
Oh, okay. No, I saw Justin posted a thing about the paint gene. Like, I guess it's recessive. They've come to the conclusion.
Yeah.
The paint and clown I thought was pretty cool looking.
Yeah. See, the paint was kind of hard to actually see because they were thinking it was incomplete, but then again, they said it's recessive. And I'd have to see, the thing is, I try to get into the genes that I can identify.
Mm-hmm.
And the more genes like GHI, lesser, the black pastel, cine, and stuff like that, I can identify with. And I don't want to get into something unless I know what I'm looking at.
No, I completely agree. And that's one, like, for me personally, like, I have Orange Dream in the collection, but I'm partially colorblind. So I have to really look hard for like the head stamp. And the one Orange Dream I produced this year had no head stamp like it normally does. Like, it didn't have the dot on the head. So it's just kind of like I was looking for the oranges, and it's like the pattern looked it, but I couldn't really see much orange coming through on it. And I had to actually get some help IDing that one. And that just came down to the fact that some of the normal signs weren't there. And Kai from Lucas Land and Royals, he actually helped me out big time with helping ID that clutch. And I actually got a hold of Billy on that one too. And he helped me out with that one big time.
See, this is OD, but not a very good OD. But this is Blade. So it's really hard to see. This is the one that's possible hat for clown and pied.
Oh, okay.
But I can't get her to cooperate. But I don't see a dot. I see. She's wanting to use me to hold on to. But she's about 1,000 grams right now, but she just came out of blue.
Oh, okay.
But you can see her sides. It's not a very expressive OD. And I'm hoping to put her to my OD pied. I've got a OD pied male that I've got. So this is not as spectacular as my other one, but my other one has the lighter gene, so I think that helped it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to put her to a pied and then put her to a clown the following year.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? I might have enough money. I would like to get a clown pied male to put to a few females to get the double hatch going and see if she's both or not. And take care of it at one swoop.
Nice. All right, yeah, let's see here. Where are we at here on our list? All right, here we go. Do you keep any other species of snakes, reptiles, anything like that?
Okay.
Or is it just
Let me put her up, then I'll get... No. I got a lot. Okay.
What's up, Patrick?
Can you entertain the folks for a minute, and I'm going to take a break, and I'll come right back.
Yep, no problem.
I got to go to the bathroom.
No problem. What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's enjoying this live so far with Cuddle Time Critters. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Definitely got to help everything get into the algorithm, and YouTube likes it, and I like it. It's like Gershon says, and it's the truth. Next Sunday, well, actually, before next Sunday, this week, if anybody noticed, I did not drop a video like I normally do on Sundays. Since the lives are on Sundays now, I'm making my drop day for my for my videos Wednesdays to kind of spread it out a little bit, and then throwing like a short here and there in between on those days. And next Sunday, it's probably just going to be a live with just me. I'm just going to go, we're just going to sit down, talk, and I'll answer some questions. We can all interact in the chat and all that good stuff. On the 30th of January, I'll have Snakes for the Memories on. So I have that thumbnail all made up. I'll be getting that all ready to go here soon too. So we'll have them on. So that'll be really exciting. I'm looking forward to that one because that's actually my birthday. So I'm going to be spending my birthday live with you guys. So I hope it's all fun and good stuff.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I was just going over some of the stuff going on here. What's up, Steven and Courtney from Leviathan Snakes? If you guys aren't subscribed to their channel, check them out because
hey, Steven, Courtney, whoever's on the other side.
Those two, one, not only have an awesome channel, but they get it. I mean, Steven, they just have an awesome channel. I'll put it that way. Steven is so knowledgeable, especially with like the social media stuff. It blows my mind.
No, not right now.
Okay, it is Steven. Well,
okay.
Steven,
I watch you guys too, so.
Yeah, he blows my mind with all the knowledge he has with just the social media, how to
marketing
work stuff, and the direction that they're going and the pace that they're going is just out of this world. I mean, it blows me away. But anyway, so on with our topic here. What other species are you keeping?
Okay, first we got a box turtle.
Oh, okay.
We got 2 leopard geckos.
Eastern box turtle, Western box turtle?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's a Western box turtle because we found it in the backyard.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in the Midwest. And we have 2 aquatic turtles. We have a red-eared slider, a yellow-eared slider.
Oh, okay.
And
I used to have red-eared slider years and years ago. Like long time ago.
We've got a bearded dragon.
Okay.
We've got a blue-tongue skink.
Is cool looking. I love the color of their tongue, but I don't know, the way they look, it just kind of, they're just weird looking reptiles.
I don't really mess with him too much because he's a hisser.
Oh, okay.
And his nails get to me. So he's good to look at, and I feed him, so he's happy.
They are neat.
We've got,
they look very prehistoric, in my opinion.
Yeah. Then we've got a pink belly swift.
Okay.
And I breed crested geckos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the ball pythons. And I don't know if you're considered rats as a species.
Yeah, sure. I mean, have food too, but
I have mice, AFSs, and rats. Mainly rats, though.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I know, like
that might have been another question of yours.
It'll be it's down the line there a little bit. Like I know when I was a kid.
I'm in Independence, Missouri. Acadia ball pythons was asking. So
I'm here in Pennsylvania, good old Lancaster County, Amish capital of the world. But no, when I was a kid, I'd be down across the road from my dad's house was a wood, so I'd always go over there find box turtles. My grandmother lived on a road that was basically surrounded by woods, Go down there and find box turtles all the time. At one point it was like a huge fenced in chicken coop type of deal. But I mean, it had trees growing.
I forgot to name a species.
Oh, what's that?
I also have gargoyle geckos.
Oh, okay.
I just have a pair of those. One of them, the male is striped and the female is reticulated. Reticulated means their patterns just kind of scattered and spotty everywhere.
All right.
I think I have on my Instagram. So,
see, that's another thing to everybody. All of Melinda's information, like social media and stuff, her YouTube and Instagram is in the description. So if you guys
not much on YouTube because I'm not. My schedule is tight as it is. We'd need 36 hours to get the YouTube in there. So.
But yeah, so like I had all these box turtles at one point. I think I had probably like 5 of them, and they had a great water source. We fed them great and everything. I mean, it was awesome. And then one winter, they burrowed for the year, and then they came out. And shortly after they came back out of their hibernation, they just like somehow escaped out of the pen. So it was cool, but it kind of sucked. But it seemed like around here, I don't know for you, but around here, like I have not seen a wild box turtle. Shoot, I bet you.
Leviathan Snakes is blowing up my Instagram now.
I love those guys. Steven's
Thanks,
awesome.
Guys.
And DG Reptiles, you're not where you are. You're from Philly. Okay, I was actually doing a job before outside of Philly. I was Swarthmore College. I was working at DG, so that's basically right on the outskirts of Philly. I was working at there for a little bit, not that long ago. I would like to get to meet some people that are close to me and everything. Even Steven and Courtney. I mean, South Carolina is probably, I don't know, maybe 6 hours away, roughly. Something like that would be my guess. I'm not entirely sure. But I'd love
about 15 years ago, I lived in Burlington, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So North Carolina, I dated a woman that her family had relatives that lived in, I think it was South Carolina. And it was a long drive, but it wasn't that terrible of a drive to get down to it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
So who's all going to Arlington or what's it called? Tinley.
Oh, I know I won't be at any of them because I cannot afford to travel at the moment. I wish I could. Excuse me.
I like to go to Arlington and Tinley in October.
Oh, okay. I would love to go to one of the bigger shows here at some point, but it's just, it's right now I gotta stay kind of half local.
Yeah.
Steven says we're going to be at Tinley in March. Well, I'd love to meet up with anybody else who's going.
Yeah, I like to do Arlington, and Arlington and Tinley in March is just too close together.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I like to do Tinley in October because that's my birthday.
Oh, okay.
I keep on asking for my birthday to get me to Tinley in October for the last 3 years, but with the pandemic and everything, they didn't like us out there, I guess.
And we kind of have touched on this, but the recessive projects you're working on, you said you're working on Clown, Pied, and Hypo, and or Ghost, however you want to call it.
And
only 3, or are you working with any others?
The main 3 is my main 4. I'll just put it Clown, Pied, Hypo, and DG.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about the Het DGs.
And this girl is my special possible Calico. I think she is Calico. because if you look at her main pattern's right on the tip.
Yeah,
but you don't
it's
hardly
really
see
washed
anything
out
on the
there on the
side.
sides. DG, I will have to let you know on that offer. That is very tempting offer. I'll have to see what the finances are like, because if I'm going to be going that far for a show, I got to bring something back. So we'll have to see what the finances are like for that one. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Melinda.
No, you're fine. I don't remember what I was talking about now, unless it was this girl.
So you're talking about
I wasn't very
the calico and patterns.
She's a possible calico. And when she gets up the size, the first one she's going to is clown.
Oh, okay. Now,
but she don't have any recessives in her.
Now, as far because it's.
Oh, like I have 3 dogs also.
With your recessive projects, like which ones are you planning on? At some point, you're going to combine them. I would assume. Can't imagine you're just going to work single recessives. I mean, I bet you're going to be combining.
Well, I've already combined 2 of them, which is hypo and pied and hypo and clown. Okay. I've already got holdbacks for those 2 already.
Okay. Now, are you going to take clown into pied and hypo and okay. And then eventually, probably you'll end up working on.
Well,
eventually your quad.
The quad I'm going for is not hypo, clown, pied, and DG.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's just chilling.
Nice. Yeah, she's calmed down now.
Mom's got me. It's okay.
What about a dream combo? What would be your ultimate, money's no option, your ultimate, hold on here, I want
to make or what I want to get into?
Just in general, if money was no object or if you had everything to make this specific combo, what?
Okay, I got it on my head. Stop. Just stop.
All right.
It will be a clown, pied, DG, spot nose, Batman.
Clown, pie, DG, Batman. Can't say as I disagree with them one. That there would be pretty darn awesome looking. I'm curious as to how much pattern you would actually get on that though, because the leopard
and the spot nose and pieds is all white, so I don't know if I want to.
So you might end up with somewhere you just have a head and then an all white snake after that.
We'll keep pied out of it. Let's go with hypo instead of pied.
Okay, that would be neat looking. I would have to say
and for chocolate on top of that.
Oh, okay. I have to say for me, my ultimate dream combo would have to probably be an Exantic DG Batman. I think that would just look. I really want to shoot for something that I can make anyway. As far as something I think that there would be the ultimate goal for me to make. And I don't know why. I just think that would be awesome looking and have a Batman in just black and white or black and gray and white, however it would end up turning out. But I think that would just.
I just realized she got herself covered in poo. Those white snakes and poo.
But then for something that I can't afford, or I should say can't afford, that I don't own right now, I would have to say I think an Exantic DG Monsoon. I think that would be insane.
I figured Monsoon was going to be part of it.
I was going to say Monsoon. For some reason, I don't know, Monsoon I think should have been called Leopard. I think Monsoon looks more like a leopard than what Leopard looks like. But I think I think an Exantic DG Monsoon would be pretty top notch there. I don't know if anybody in the chat there would agree or disagree, but I think that would be a pretty hot ticket right there. And apparently, good news is, everybody, My wife says I don't have to go plow snow tonight, apparently. So, yay me!
Someone said monsoon, sunset, zebra, dream snake.
See, I've heard about the zebra. I've never really. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really.
To me, it looks too much like NG.
Does it? See, in all honesty, I won't lie. I know I've heard it. I've seen like maybe an example or two, but I've never really like looked that much into it. There's so many genes flying around that if it doesn't really pop in my eyes, like I just kind of end up overlooking it. And zebra probably, I mean, if it does striping and stuff, I would bet zebra I think would look pretty awesome too. Mixed in with like monsoon and sunset, that would be pretty. That might be a really neat combination.
This is one of my hypo-pied girls, het girl.
So you can definitely tell that she's pied those tracks.
Oh yeah,
she got some good pod tracks there. I just like it, Katie. See, I just dream about having all the snakes.
But she's one of my bigger ones. This was the clutch that is not really eating that well, in which I think I labeled this girl as yellow belly.
Okay. That's a beautiful snake.
For looking normal.
Yeah. Well, like normals, like I produced my first clutch. It was, let's see, what? It was my Bumblebee Clown to my TSK Xanthic Girl. So everything was double het. I made one Bumblebee, one Spider, one Pastel, and the rest were normals. And those normals, I probably should have kept more. I probably should have actually kept all of the normal females out of it. And I had one left over that didn't sell right off the bat. And I was going to keep her. And then someone messaged me. It's like, it's like, okay, you know, we'll see if they actually buy her. And then they, lo and behold, they said, I'll take her. It's just like, oh man, did I make the right move on this? But they were all had unique features that, you know, they were beautiful in their own right. Yes, they were normals, but they had, you know, they were beautiful in their own way.
It's not like they're normals because they have some unique lightning patterns on the side. Like, see if I can get this right. See how she's lighter towards the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
And that could be the yellow belly. Reason I say she's yellow belly. Look at those.
The flames. Yeah, she does have some flaming going on.
Well, she's one of my holdbacks. She's not. She'll have plenty of time to grow up.
Yeah, that's one nice thing. Like if you're not sure about something, you hold it back, prove it out, and then you know, and you remember for the next time. Hey, you know, this is what that looked like. So you kind of remember and you learn on the go, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. We went over the dream combo. What direction are you heading as a breeder? Like I mentioned before, you're on Billy's Patreon breeder category with me. So obviously, if you're putting money into that, you're not in it just you're in it for an end goal at some point to an extent.
Yeah, my end goal is basically I've always seen my whole life, ever since I was about 24, 25. I've worked 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, except this current job, I'm only working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
And I'm not getting any younger. According to my portfolio, I should be retiring in the next 15 years. I'm hoping to build this up enough where it'll replace my income. And maybe I could retire sooner and do this 12 to 14 hours a day. And then by then, I might be able to do a YouTube. But
Yeah.
as of right now, I don't plan on putting too much on YouTube, but it's there. I have a few videos, probably like 3. I think the last one was put up maybe a year ago, which I don't have a whole lot of time. My end goal is to retire early and do this. Sorry. I just got over COVID last week, so to retire and do this as a supplement income after I retire. I basically run a bag machine 12 hours a day.
Oh, okay.
So
I know I do construction, and for me, like my end goal, I already told my bosses because I run a skid loader. I get driveways ready for paving. I get parking lots ready for paving. Running the milling head on the skid loader and all that stuff. And I told my boss,
I think I'm losing you.
You got years yet at most as they end by a buffer. There we go. All right, we're back. Look like it buffered.
Oh.
But yeah, I told him it's like you have me like tears, and I want to be doing this full time, and I'm gonna give up excavating and just kind of do the snakes, do YouTube, and at some point I'm gonna be doing rats too. So I'm gonna be a busy person. I'm not gonna have time for my normal job.
Yeah, I barely have time for my normal job.
I know a lot, like between just YouTube and the snake stuff and my normal job right now, it does keep me stepping. It really does.
Oh yeah. See, I'm the main person that does everything when it comes to the snakes and the rats and whatnot. And it takes up a lot of time. Like all day Saturday, I was cleaning rats from I'd say 9 o'clock until about 6 o'clock in the evening. But it was just me doing it alone.
Okay.
So I could see, the thing is, my husband helps me when I force him to help me. And sometimes it doesn't come out very, very well when I ask him to do it, and he just is not too thrilled about helping me. So
you're breaking up a little bit. All right, there we go. Now
is it my connection or is it your connection? Because I seem to be following okay. You're getting real fuzzy now.
Because of the storm and stuff. Katie wants to know, how many rats do you have, Melinda?
I currently have, I don't know. Okay.
Count then.
Okay, this will give you an idea. There is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 tubs of just females and their babies.
All right, so you have them in like the Rubbermaid tubs and stuff.
Yeah. And this here is my African soft furs. Can you see those, guys?
Okay.
These are 7 colonies, I believe there are. 2, 4, 6, 9 colonies of the African soft furs. And I have another colony up here. I moved from one of these because they had too many babies. And these are the FB15s. And like I'm going to attend to show, these are all small rats in this one. Small rats. And this is See, the thing is about the African soft furs, you can put them together. Where'd you go?
I'm still here. Did it exit out or something?
What happened?
What the? All right, can everybody still see me? Okay, there's Melinda. Are we all good still? Can people comment down below? Let me
Now
know.
you sound like a robot.
Oh, jeez. This internet's driving me nuts. I might have to figure out something here to do. Try to figure out how to run a cable down here or something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody hear? Or Acadia says he can. I think that's what he's saying anyway. He says he can hear both of us. Can everybody else hear and see what's going on smooth?
Did you want me to exit out?
No. It's probably on my end. All right. Rob says he sees both. All right. Yeah. Like I'm down here in the basement and the snake.
Anybody in the chat can hear us?
Okay. All right. We're good then. It's just I'm watching.
I can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, Bosa, you're right. Technical difficulties again. Yeah, because apparently I was having a Wi-Fi signal up here on the left-hand corner, and it's not there anymore. But everybody's saying that they can still hear and see us, so I guess we're good. I have no idea. We'll keep running with the show. I sound like a robot. Wonder.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. We'll just run with this and see how it goes. We'll let you do a lot more talking now. All right, let's see here. Well, you all basically already established is how do you feed your collection. You obviously have a decent breeding selection there going on, so we got that covered already. So we'll move on to the next one.
I don't know if anybody can hear me. Can anybody hear me? I see his questions up there. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Am I not on your screen, Melinda?
You want me to exit out?
Hold on here. Let me
come back. Hi.
Did that work?
Are you with me? I'm still like a robot.
But you can still see me though.
Robot.
But can you see me? Oh man, I hate storms.
I can't understand you.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this. The joys of lives. All right. Melinda, I would say let's answer this question and then we'll just call it a night.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. She doesn't understand you because you sound like a robot, but I hear you well. All right. Melinda, do you have any tips for anybody getting into the hobby? I don't know.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to go on and I'll show you what I have. Okay, I have, like I was showing you. And then I have 2 mice. Oh, those are rats. Those are rats. Those are baby rats with 3 mamas. This is
Yeah, see, I think this difficulty's on my end. Oh man, did we just like crash again? I think we crashed.
Hello.
There we
Are you
go.
back? No.
I see and hear you fine.
You sound like a robot.
I don't know how to fix it.
Dance the robot. Okay. Can everybody else hear me? Anybody on the chat can tell me if I can continue.
Here.
Any tips for new breeders? I would say, shoot, new breeders getting in here. Never give up, no matter what downfalls you might have. Reach out to other breeders that are either at the same level as you or just right ahead of you. Anything you ask anybody, more likely they'll give you suggestions. Just never give up. And I've determined that I'm not giving up no matter how hard it is. Even if I have to do it myself, this is my future, nobody else's. There's haters out there. Fuck the haters. And just keep on going. So far, me personally, I haven't been hated on. Maybe it's because I'm not on YouTube. I don't know. Do not know. But I do have problem customers that come to me wanting me to deliver. Like yesterday, someone wanted me to deliver one medium rat. Mind you, we got 2 inches of snow on the ground. I don't have a vehicle. My daughter just got a license, so she's not going to go in the mess. So sometimes I'll deliver or make arrangements where they can pick them up, and I can help them in many ways, but I'm not going out of my way to deliver one rat. I'm just not doing it. I believe I'm on the Wi-Fi. Hold on a second. Yes, I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi too, and I think that's part of the problem for me.
Do I need to be off of my Wi-Fi?
No. You should be fine. Yeah, it's not your end; it's my end. I think being my router's up like 2 floors, so it's kind of must be having a hard time reaching down here in the basement with the thick walls and everything. But since we're having issues and everything, everybody, I think we're going to call it for tonight. Melinda, thank you very much for being on. I greatly appreciate you coming on and being my first guest. Rob's saying he can hear, or maybe he means you. I don't know who he means he can hear. But anyway, thank you, Melinda, for being on. I appreciate it. I apologize to everybody for these technical difficulties. I need to get this figured out. And hopefully we get it straightened out for the next live, because I don't want to have to go through this every live. And I'm sure you guys don't want to have to go through it for every live either. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button. All the support's appreciated. And we'll catch you next time. Take care. And if we have any new people on here, which I'm pretty sure everybody on here is already subbed anyway, but if you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy, everyone. Later.